Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jayam Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Diri Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 19. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. Text 243 onwards. So Mahaprabhu had given all the instructions and then he was ready to leave for Varanasi. And Rupa Goswami wanted to come with him, but Mahaprabhu said, no, go to Vrindavan and you have plenty of other services to do. दाक्षिणात्य विप्र तारे घर लया गेला तबे दुई भाई वृंदावने रे चलीला. The Brahmin from Deccan took Rupa Goswami to his home, and thereafter the two brothers departed for Vrindavan. So two brothers, Rupa and Anupam Goswami. Mahaprabhu chali chali aila Varanasi Chandrasekhar melila gramir bahire asi. After walking and walking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally arrived at Varanasi, where he met Chandrasekhar, who was coming out of the city. रात्रे ते हो स्वप्न देखे प्रभु आइला घारे प्रातः काले आसी रहे ग्रामीर बाहिरे. In a dream, Chandrasekhar had seen that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come to his home. Therefore, in the morning, Chandrasekhar went outside the city to receive the Lord. So, it was a different kind of message sending. Now we have to send WhatsApp message and send our location, everything to meet anybody. Here, Chandrasekhar just saw in a dream Mahaprabhu is coming and he went in the morning. Achambite Prabhu dekhi charane padila anandita haya nij grihe laya gela. While Chandrasekhar was waiting outside the city, he suddenly saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrive and he fell down at the Lord's feet. Being very happy, he took the Lord to his home. Tapan Mishra Shunyashi Prabhure Milila Ishta Goshti Kari Prabhur Nimantrana Kaila. Tapan Mishra also heard news of Lord's arrival in Varanasi and he went to Chandrasekhar's house to meet him. After talking, he invited the Lord to take lunch at his place. निज घर लाया प्रभु रे भिक्षा कराइला भट्टाचार्य चंद्रशेखर निमंत्रण कइला. Tapan Mishra took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his house and gave him lunch. Chandrasekhar invited Balbhadra Bhattacharya to take lunch at his home. Bhiksha karaya Mishra kahe Prabhu paye dhari ek bhiksha magi mora deha kripa kari. After offering lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapan Mishra begged a favor from the Lord and requested him to award him mercy. यावत तुम्हार है काशीपुर स्थिति मोर घर बिना भिक्षा न करी बकाती. Tapan Mishra said, as long as your lordship stays in Varanasi, please do not accept an invitation from anyone but me. Prabhu Janin din panch sat se rahiba sannyasira sange bhiksha kahana kari. It was known to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he would remain there only 5 or 7 days. He would not accept any invitation that involved Mayavadi sannyasis. Ete jani tar bhiksha kaila angikara vasa nishtha kaila chandrasekhara ghara. With this understanding, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to accept lunch at the place of Tapan Mishra. The Lord made his residence at the home of Chandrasekhar. Maharashtriya Viprasi Tahare Mili Prabhu Tare Sneha Kari Kripa Prakashi. The Maharashtrian Brahmin came and the Lord met him. Out of affection, the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him. महाप्रभु आयला शोनी शिष्ट शिष्ट जहान ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय आसे करे न दर्शन. Hearing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come, all the respectable members of the Brahman and Kshatriya communities came to see him. Shirupu pare prabhur yat kripa hai atyanta vistar katha sankshepe kahi. Much mercy was thus bestowed upon Sri Rupa Goswami, and I have briefly described all those topics. श्रद्धाकारी यही कथा सुने ये जाने प्रेम भक्ति पाए श्री चैतन्य चरण. Whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jar Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 19th chapter, describing the Lord's instructions to Srila Rupa Goswami at Prayag in the science of devotional service. So you can start next chapter, chapter 20. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatana Goswami, the science of the absolute truth. So he gave instruction to Rupa Goswami in the science of devotional service, but to Sanatana Goswami in the science of the absolute truth. Vande Anantabhyo Taishwaryam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nicho Api Yat Prasadatsya Bhakti Shastra Pravartaka. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has unlimited, wonderful opulences. By his mercy, even a person born as the lowest of men can spread the science of devotion service. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Etha Gole Sanatan Ache Bandi Shahane Shri Rupa Gosai Patri Ailahena Kali. While Sanatana Goswami was imprisoned in Bengal, a letter arrived from Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur informs that this letter from Rupa Goswami to Sanatana Goswami is mentioned by the annotator of the Uddhabhat Chandrika. Srila Rupa Goswami wrote a note to Sanatana Goswami from Bakla. This note indicated that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was coming to Mathura, and it stated, Yadu pate kwa gata Mathura puri, Raghu pate kwa gatotra koshal, iti vichinte kurusho manahasthitam, na sadedam jagat iti avadhare. Where has a Mathura puri of Yadupati gone? Where has a northern koshal of Raghupati gone? By reflection, make the mind steady, thinking this universe is not eternal. So obviously, there were some code words in this note which only Sanatana Goswami could understand. Patri Paya Sanatana Anandita Haila Yavan Rakshak Pash Kahite Lagila. When Sanatana Goswami received this note from Guru Goswami, he became very pleased. He immediately went to the jail superintendent, who was a meat eater, means Yavan, and spoke as follows. Tumi ek jinda pir mahabhagya ketab Quran shasre ache tumhara kya. Sanatana Goswami told the Muslim jailkeeper, Dear sir, you are a saintly person and a very fortunate. You have full knowledge of the revealed scriptures such as the Quran and similar books. So he knew the nature of jail superintendent, but he is trying to, because he wants to get out of the jail, so he's trying to please the jail. keeper, saying, "You are a saintly person." एक बंदी चाड़े यदि निज धर्म देखी संसार हई ते तारे मुक्त करे गोसाई. If one releases a conditioned soul or imprisoned person according to religious principles, he himself is released from material bondage by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It appears from this statement that Sanatana Goswami, who was formerly a minister of the Nawab, was trying to cheat the Muslim superintendent. A jail superintendent had only an ordinary education, or practically no education. And he was certainly not supposed to be very advanced in spiritual knowledge. But just to satisfy him, Sanatana Goswami praised him as a very learned scholar of the scriptures. The jailkeeper could not deny that he was a learned scholar, because when one is elevated to an exalted position, one thinks oneself fit for that position. Sanatana Goswami was correctly explaining the effects of spiritual activity, and the jailkeeper connected his statement with his release from the jail. Sanatana Goswami said, if one releases a conditioned soul or helps an imprisoned person, he also gets help. But there are two meanings: imprisoned in the material body or material life, and imprisoned in a jail. There are innumerable conditioned souls rotting in the material world, imprisoned by Maya under the spell of sense gratification. The living entity is so entranced by the spell of Maya that in conditioned life, even a pig feels satisfied. That is true. This is how Maya works. We get a body of a pig or dog or human being, and we feel that if I do this, I'll be happy, I'll be satisfied. There are two kinds of covering powers exhibited by Maya. One is called Prakshepatmika, and the other is called Avarana. When one is determined to get out of material bondage, the Prakshepatmika Shakti, the spell of diversion, impels one to remain in conditioned life, fully satisfied by sense gratification. So, Prakshepatmika means to throw, and Avaranatmika means to cover. So this is what Maya does. First, it covers our real consciousness, and then she throws us or keeps us in the material world. So here, Prakshepatmika, Maya throws us thinking that by sense gratification, I don't need to do anything. I'm fully satisfied. This is the goal of enjoy my senses. Due to the other power, Avaranatmika, a conditioned soul feels satisfied, even if he is rotting in the body of a pig or a worm in the stool. To release a conditioned soul from material bondage is very difficult, because the spell of Maya is so strong. Even when the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself descends to deliver conditioned souls, asking them to surrender unto him, the conditioned souls do not agree to the Lord's proposal. Therefore, Sri Sanatana Goswami said, somehow or other, if one helps another gain release from the bondage of Maya, he is certainly recognized immediately by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And because this is what the Lord wants. He wants us to go back to the spiritual world, not to rot here eternally, not to go through all these problems. But he doesn't force us. He still lets us use our independence, free will. He just lets us use our free will. So those preachers who help others in getting released from the bondage of Maya, this is what Prabhupada is saying. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, na tasman manusheshu, the greatest service one can render to the Lord is try to infuse devotional service into the heart of the conditioned soul, so that the conditioned soul may be released from conditioned life. So this is the greatest service, not feeding hungry people or opening hospitals or opening schools. Those are all pious activities, no doubt about it. But this is not what Krishna is asking us to do, as the greatest service. To infuse devotional service. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that a Vaishnava is recognized by his preaching. That is by convincing the conditioned soul about his eternal position, which is explained here as Nij Dharma. It is a condition, it's a living entity's eternal position to serve the Lord. Therefore, to help one get released from material bondage is to awaken one to the dormant understanding that he is the eternal servant of Krishna. To awaken one to the dormant understanding. It's dormant, it's sleeping inside us. So we are serving Maya instead of serving Krishna. But we are eternal servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nityadas. This will be further explained by Lord himself to Sanatana Goswami. Purve ami tomar kari ache upakara, tumi ama chadi kara, prati upakara. Sanatana Goswami continued. Previously, I have done much for you. Now I am in difficulty. Please return my goodwill by releasing me. Panch sahasra mudra tumi kara angikara, punya artha dui lava, aive tomara. There are 5,000 gold coins. Maybe the jail keeper was thinking, should I let him go? No, but then there was some bribe. There are 5,000 gold coins. Pretty big amount. Please accept that. By releasing me, you will receive the results of pious activities and gain material profit as well. Thus, you will profit in two ways simultaneously. तबे से ही जवन कहे सुन महाशय तुम्हारे छाड़ीवा किंतु करी राज पाए. In this way, Sanatana Goswami convinced the jailkeeper, who replied, please hear me, my dear sir. I am willing to release you, but I am afraid the government. What will the king do to me? Sanatan kahe tumi na kar raj bhai, dakhin gi ache yadi lioti aaye, tahare kayo se baye krit gela, Ganga rani kat Ganga dekhi jhampadila. Sanatana Goswami replying, there is no danger. Now, Nawab has gone to the south. If he returns, tell him that Sanatan went to pass his stool near the bank of the Ganga, and then as soon as he saw the Ganga, he jumped in. Anek dekhila tar lag na paila, taduk sahita dubi kaha vahi gela. Tell him I looked for him for a long time, but I could not find any trace of him. He jumped in with his shackles, and therefore he was drowned and washed away by the waves. Kichu bhai nahi ami e desha nara raba, daraveshayami makkabe jaiba. There is no reason for you to be afraid, for I shall not remain in this country. I shall become a mendicant and go to the holy city of Mecca. This is what Sanatana Goswami is telling the jailkeeper. Because he's Muslim, he's telling, I'm going to go to Mecca. So obviously, the heart becomes a little softer. तथापि जवन मन प्रसन्न देखिला 7,000 मुद्रा तार आगे राशि कहिला. Sanatana Goswami could see that the mind of the meat eater was still not satisfied. He then stacked 7,000 gold coins before him. So 5 to 7. Loba haila yavanera mudra dekhi ratre ganga par kaila daduk kati. When the meat eater saw the coins, he was attracted to them. He then agreed, and that night he cut Sanatana's shackles and let him cross the Ganga. Gadadwar patha chadila nare taha jaite, ratri din chali aila patala parvate. In this way, Sanatana Goswami was released. However, he was not able to walk along the path of the fortress. Walking day and night, he finally arrived at the hilly tract of land known as Patana. So from Ramkeli, he is walking towards Vrindavan. Or Prayagraj, actually, sorry. Not even, sorry, Varanasi. Confused it. तथा एक भौमिक है तार ठाई गेला पर्वत पार करामा विनती करीला. After reaching Patana, he met a landholder and submissively requested him to get him across that hilly tract of land. Sei bhunar sange hai hat ganita, bhunar kane kahe sei janis ei katha. A man who was expert in palmistry was at that time staying with the landlord. Knowing about Sanatan, he whispered the following in the landlord's ear. Ihar thai suvarnera, ashtamohar hai, shuni anandita bhuya sanatanika. So there was a palmist. I mean, wish we could find such expert palmists. He read just the palms of Sanatan Goswami while Sanatan Goswami was talking to that landlord. And he said to the landlord that this guy has 8 gold coins. Exact figure he gave. And hearing this, the landlord was very pleased. And what did he say? Ratre parvat par karib nij lok diya, bhojan kara tumi randhana kariya. The landlord said, I shall get you across that hilly tract at night with my own men. Now just cook for yourself and take your lunch. Ete bali anandila kariya samman, sanatana asita be kaila nadi snan. Saying this, the landlord offered Sanatan grain to cook. Sanatan then went to the riverside and took his bath. Dui upavase kaila randhana bhojani, Rajamantri Sanatan Pechari Laman. Because Sanatan had been fasting for 2 days, he cooked the food and ate it. However, having formerly been a minister of the Nawab, he began to contemplate the situation. Actually, Sanatan Goswami at this time, he was not alone. He had his servant Ishan with him, who was carrying the gold coins. So Sanatan Goswami started to think, why is this landlord so nice to me? Ei bhuya kene mor sammana karil, eta chinti Sanatan, Ishane puchil. As a former minister for the Nawab, Sanatan could certainly understand diplomacy. Like in English, it is said there is no such thing as free lunch. Means the landlord wants something. He therefore thought, why is this landlord offering me such respect? Thinking in this way, he questioned his servant, whose name was Ishan. Tomar thai jani kichu dravya achaya, Ishan kahe mor thai sat mohar haya. Sanatan asked his servant, Ishan, I think you have some valuable things with you. Ishan said, yes, I have 7 gold coins. Shuni Sanatan tare karila bharsana, sange kene aniyacha, ekala yama. Hearing this, Sanatan Goswami chastised his servant, saying, why have you brought this death knell with you? Because 7 gold coins, anybody will kill us to take those gold coins. Why did you bring them? Tabbe sei sat mohar, haste te kari, bhuyar kache yana, kahe mohar dhariya. Thereupon Sanatan Goswami took the 7 gold coins in his hand and went to the Lord. Holding the gold coins before him, he spoke as follows. Ei sat suvarna moha rachila amara, iha laya dharma dekhi parvatkar para. I have these 7 gold coins with me. Please accept them. And from a religious point of view, please get me across that hilly tract of land. Rajabandi Amigad Dware Jaitina Pari, Punya Have Parvatama, Deha Parakari. I'm a prisoner of the government. I cannot go along the way of the ramparts. It will be very pious of you to take this money and kindly get me across this hilly tract of land. Bhuya hasi kahe ami jani ache pahile. Ashtamohar hai tomar sevaka anchale. Smiling, the landlord said, before you offered them, I already knew that there were 8 gold coins in your servant's possession. Toma mari moharala itama agyaka ajikar ratre bhala haila kahila tomi chutila papa haite. On this very night, I would have killed you and taken your coins. It is very good that you have voluntarily offered them to me. I am now relieved from such a sinful activity. Santushta hailant ami moharna laiba punya lagi parvatoma parakaritiva. I am very satisfied with the behavior. I shall not accept these gold coins, but I shall get you across that hilly tract of land simply to perform a pious activity. Gosai kahe keha dravya laibe ama mahari, amara prana raksha kar dravya angikari. Sanatan Goswami replied, if you do not accept these gold coins, someone else will kill me for them. It is better that you save me from the danger by accepting the coins. So this is renunciation. And here, the landlord was ready to kill Sanatan Goswami for 8 gold coins. And there in the jail, Sanatan Goswami gave 7,000 gold coins to the jail keeper. Can we imagine the value of those gold coins even at that time? I mean, even right now, anybody can kill somebody for even 1 gold coin. But to speak of 7 or 7,000. So how rich Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami were, and coming in contact with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they just became completely detached. And so much so that Sanatana, you take these gold coins, otherwise somebody will kill me for these coins. Means not just detached, but fully surrendered. That Mahaprabhu will protect, Krishna will protect. Tabe bhuya gosaira sange chari ikadila ratre ratre vanapathe parvat par kaila. After this settlement was made, the landlord gave Sanatan Goswami 4 watchmen to accompany him. They went through the forest path for the whole night and thus brought him over the hilly tract of land. Tabe par haya gosai puchila ishahane jani shesh dravya kechu achitomasthane. After crossing the hill, Sanatan Goswami told his servant, Ishan, I think you still have some balance left from the gold coins. Ishan kahe, ek mohar ache avashesha, Gosai kahe mohar laya, yaha tumi desha. Ishan replied, I still have 1 gold coin in my possession. Because Ishan said, I have 7. And the landlord said, my palmist told me you have 8. So Sanatan Goswami gave him 7 gold coins. He knew Ishan still has 1. And Sanatan Goswami then said, take the coin and return to your home. Means even the last gold coin, Sanatan, take it home, take it, go back. Tare vidaye diya Gosai chali lai kala, hate karoya chinda kanta, nirbhaye haila. After departing from Ishan, Sanatan Goswami began traveling alone with a water pot in his hand, simply covered with a torn quilt. He thus lost all his anxiety. We would be in anxiety if we don't have any money and if we are traveling in some other place. And Sanatan Goswami, he lost all his anxiety. No more money, no anxiety. Means fully surrendered, have full faith in the Lord. It's just hard to understand and hard to implement in our lives. Although Lord will take care of his devotee and does take care of it. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. He says to Arjuna that I protect what my devotee has and I provide what he lacks. I provide myself. The question is, do we have that kind of faith? If we do, then we won't be doing any sinful activity or any cheating or anything. You should have full, firm faith in the Lord that He will provide. And He does provide. He provides food, shelter for everybody, even all the animals and the birds. They don't have a job, they don't have a business. He provides for everybody, even insects, microorganisms, He provides. He provides for human beings. Whether the person is an atheist, whether the person is a Mayavadi, whether the person doesn't believe in anything, he's still maintaining them. So why would he not maintain his devotees who have surrendered unto him, who has, like Sanatana Goswami, give up everything just to serve the Lord? Why would he not provide for them? He does provide, always, and provides much more than we can expect. But that faith has to be there. So I guess I'll stop here now. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, from where do we get this faith? That
Where do we get what?
ये faith कहाँ से आए? We don't step out from the house if we don't have a money in our pocket. Forget about traveling and all. So ये faith कहाँ से आए कि ठीक है ऐसे ही चलते हैं, भगवान जी देखेंगे, अब जगन्नाथ जी देखेंगे? कैसे होगा? हम लोग तो practically कर ही नहीं सकते सब कुछ.
No, let the faith develop slowly, organically. So we take small steps. And then when we see, yes, he takes care, then we take bigger step and bigger step. And of course, we cannot imitate Rup Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. We cannot imitate them, obviously not. But slowly.
Okay.
We develop faith. He does take care. That is for sure. Personal experience, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai Shri
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.